I put the pro in procrastinate. I am terrible for it. I'm that guy who has a deadline this evening, this afternoon, whenever. And that morning, the first thing that I will do is I will go to the cupboard, I will pull out the vacuum and go, this has to happen right now. Terrible, because it puts a terrible unnecessary stress and strain on you to try and get everything done in time. And it's completely unnecessary. So what I'm going to run through today is the process that I use to keep everything organised. I've been doing it for a couple of years now. Tried different ways of doing this. This is just the way that I do it. I'll link to another way, which is also what I started off doing, and then I just turned into this because this works better for me. But in short, it's a very low-tech way of doing things, which is odd considering I work with so many tech companies. It is a pen and paper, and I write out a to-do list, and it's that classical conditioning approach. If you've read, I want to say it's Charles Duhigg, The Power of Habit. We are creatures of habit, and there's a stimulus, there is an action, and there's a reward. The reward is what I'm interested in here. The reward for me is actually seeing things get scratched off my list and knowing that I'm actually achieving things. It's a feeling like no other, and it's great. It's a very simple little thing to do, and big dopamine dump. So what I use is a bullet journal. This is a bullet journal from a brand, and I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this, called Leuchtturm 1917. I believe a German brand, and I hope I didn't butcher the pronunciation too much. If there are any German native speakers watching, I apologise. And it is, quite simply, just a dot matrix. Simple dot matrix. And use that to organise your week and your day. It's very, very simple. However, there are different ways to use it. I'm going to link to the original dot journal, bullet journal, whatever you want to call it, process, and that helps you map out your monthly goals, your weekly goals, and then your daily goals, all running up to like your long-term efforts. Personally, I don't do that. I just do week and day. I have my monthly goals in my head. Maybe I should write them out. Maybe that would help. But personally, I found that level of organisation is difficult for me to maintain. So I have a loose idea of what I want to achieve in the month, in the quarter, and then I just really focus on the month and the day, or the week and the day, sorry. So anyway, I'm going to try, God, I've got something in my throat. I'm going to try and show you exactly how I use this. I'm not quite sure because I can't see what the camera sees on my screen. So this could be horrendous, but we'll give it a shot. Give me 1 sec. Alright, so I couldn't get the camera to work the way that I wanted it to. I couldn't see what it was pointing at, to be honest. The software that I use doesn't give me a live video feed of whatever the camera's pointing at. So anyway, I've taken pictures of how I use the bullet journal, uploaded it into a PDF, added a link to the actual bullet journal that I use, which is an affiliate link. And we're going to go through it on the iPad. So first thing that I do is map out what I need to achieve for the week. So, I might know, and I do all of this on the Sunday night before Monday hits, just because I don't want to waste time Monday morning writing out what I have to do for the day. Do it on the Sunday. I've got the week primarily planned, about 80% planned, which I'll get into later. And you can hit the ground running. Writing things down really helps to solidify it in your memory of what you need to do. But anyway, so I break it down by, first of all, let's go through this piece by piece. So first of all, I break it down by the clients, and I include my businesses on there and what I'm doing. So my business here might be, my client-facing business, my product business is up there. Other things, so like, if it's tax season, you might have to do some financial stuff. Whatever you need to do, break it down into client needs, your business needs, whatever the groups are. You might need to do 3 different things for one client, bunch them together in the weekly plan. And that's the first step of organization is like, right, I know that for client 1 I need to do X, Y, Z. Then underneath each one you're going to write what are very high level goals. You're not writing down the detail of them. So I know for this guy, I need to write a whole blog post by the end of the week. My deadline might be Friday for that. I need to finish some onboarding emails. I need to publish blog post B and C. I've got a call at 3 o'clock on Wednesday, and I need to complete a guest post on their behalf for a particular outlet. These are all high level things to put down on, like, Monday, do your blog post. That's a big intimidating task if you haven't started it yet. It might be a 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 word post. To say do that today, it's intimidating. But this is just the week plan. As you can see up here, it says week of 16th of September. It's kind of cut off. But you want to keep the goals for the week very high level, very overarching in what they're doing, and map it out for every client or every sort of entity that you're working for. That include your own businesses in this. And put big and small tasks down, as I'm going to get to in a sec. So, for mine, I like to send 2 outreach emails a day to build new relationships and potential clients, fill that pipeline. Send a new contract. God, my handwriting's awful. To client C. Push a new landing page live. Some of them can be really small. Pay off my business Amex. Because it's one of those things that will creep up on you if you have to, pay a service, or, I run all my software services through my Amex just because I like to get the points. But if I don't have a reminder that I need to pay it off, somehow it feels like a big task. But if it's on my to-do list, I'll just sit there and take 5 minutes and I'll get it done. Little things like that can be included as well. But yeah, keep them very high level, keep them very general. I need to, complete this new strategy. I need to write that blog post. I need to finish this onboarding email sequence. Keep the major tasks to be achieved. There's a little typo. Keep them higher level here and focus on the end goal deliverable. Then what you're going to do is you're going to turn the page, and on the next double page spread, you're going to map it out day by day. So 16th of September, I am British, so we go day month. So before we said we have to finish blog post A, and I need to finish that by the end of the week. On Monday, I'm not aiming to finish it. I'm aiming to do 500 words. That's it. I can write 500 words on blog post day on Monday, no problem. I need to finish the final onboarding email. Maybe I've got the rest of the sequence done. I just need to write one more. You'll notice that all of these are much smaller tasks than the more general tasks from the week. Because when you look at a task like write 500 words or write 100 words, or, just write the headlines, the subheads for an article or whatever, that's much easier and feels more manageable. And so you're going to be more motivated to actually do it than like me saying, write that whole email onboarding sequence. It's little steps take you to distant places. If you just have the end goal in mind, you're never going to start because it seems so overwhelming. If you focus on the little steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eventually you'll get there, and it won't even feel like you've done too much because you've broken it down. That's what you're doing. So I like to sit here on a Sunday evening, and put a general idea of what I want to do on every day. I have a very good understanding of how much I can achieve within a day, so I can map this out quite accurately. Of course, sometimes it doesn't always work, and that's why there are all these little spaces at the end of each day, because, and I'll link to this video, but basically there's a little code for using bullet journals, which I'll write on here, actually. Bullet code. So the little dots that I put obviously before each one is a task to do. If I've completed it, you turn that dot into a cross. Task done, and that makes me, let's go red then, feel happy. If I don't get a chance to do it, you turn that dot into like a little right facing arrow, chevron, whatever you call it. And that is moved forward. So then if I move forward like, oh, I didn't finish the final onboarding there, I'll put a little thing there and I'll add it here. Final email, and that's it. And then eventually you can just exit out. That's it. So you break it down day by day, start on the Sunday evening, day by day. If you need to change things as you go through the week, that's completely fine. But you break it down day by day by day, and it sits right here next to me on a desk. I've got my phone inside. I thought that was a bit heavy. Jeez, that's dangerous. It could have gone through the table. Sits right next to me. I take it to coffee shops when I work, and it sits next to me in the coffee shop. And literally, my pen lives inside it. And I just tick things off as I go through. I'm like, right, what else do I have to do? Boom, this. Okay, let's start on that. And because they're small tasks that don't take a huge amount of effort, they don't seem very intimidating, you're much more likely to actually sit there and give them a bash. But that's pretty much it. It's a very, very simple system. I'll break your weekly goals down to days, be reasonable in terms of time. Yeah. Boom. So just a little bit more information there. I'll link to the detailed way to use a bullet journal where they break it down by month, week, day. But this is pretty much it. And these are all like fake tasks for me to do, but they're along the same sort of lines as what I might, do. And as you can see, some of them are really easy, and I actually need to do this one today. Book call with accountant. It's an email. Hey, does this time, or go through my accountant uses Acuity scheduling. So I just click on a time that works for me, and she makes the time. Perfect. Break it down. Let's do this actually very quickly on the blog post before I sign off. So let's say I had to write a 1,500 word blog post. I don't want to say write 1,500 words today. It's intimidating. So what I'll do is I'll do 500 words today. I'll do 500 words tomorrow, and I'll do final 500 words on blog post day on Wednesday. Thursday, I'll edit and then submit. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you just break it down. Don't look at that final goal, sit there on your Sunday and go, right, I can do 500 words on Monday. Tuesday, maybe you've got less time, you do 250. Wednesday, you've got more time, so you do 750. But always, there's part of me which really wants to say go very conservative on your estimates. If you think you can manage 500, maybe do 400. Because there's a weird trick of the brain where if it seems too difficult, it's very difficult to get started. If it seems like it's going to just take you 5 minutes, and I often think to myself, look, just write the first 100 words. Before you know it, I'm 700 words in, because that 100 words kind of gets me on a roll. So I'll often under-promise what I'm going to do to myself in this. But yeah, basically just map it out, break them down, how much you can achieve day by day, and build it forward. So Monday I can do a quarter of it or a third of it. Just build it out day by day by day. Small tasks to get you to the end goal of where you want to be. But definitely check out the bullet journal. Loicatown 1917. The link is in that PDF, which is in the downloadables. There is a link in the description below on how to get all of these downloadables from all the videos. It's a wonderful pen too, but maybe another day. That's half of what I do to stay productive. The other half I'll do in another video. I'll probably record that tomorrow, and I'll put that up too. But together they work very well to keep me on track and making some progression, forward movement, forward momentum, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty much it. Hope you've enjoyed that. Let me know if there's anything that's unclear or you want some more information on this, and we'll go from there. Cheers.